Helo bawb. Mae mor hyfryd I weld gwynebau chi gyd. It's so fantastic to see you all here today. Bore yma, oedd bob un o ni wedi bita brecwast. Byddwn ni'n tybio. Wrth y bwrdd, ar y soffa falle, gwrando ar y radio, siarad gyda'n gŵr neu'n partner neu'r ci. Ar Ebrill y 4 mewn canrif, nid ni fydd yma'n bwyta brecwast. Bydd na bobl eraill yma. Ond bydd ein straeon ni yn aros. I don't know what you've had for breakfast this morning, Weetabix, a bagel or a kiss. But on April the 4th, in 100 years' time, most of us will not be here eating breakfast. We will be the people of Wales that were. But stories will be told about us. What will those stories be? Because we will have some, oh yeah, we will. But what will be our legacy? A ni fydd yn cael ein cofio fel y bobl a gollodd y cyfle I sicrhau ymreolaeth I Gymru. A ni fydd y genedlaeth nath ganiatáu i'r fformiwla Barnett barhau I ariannu Cymru yn anheg a cholli'r cyfle I fyny ein bod ni'n cael ein trin yn gydradd a chenedloedd eraill ar y ynysodd yma gan fodloni ar frwsion y St David Days Agreement. Will we be the generation that missed out on a golden opportunity to demand home rule for Wales, responsibility for our natural resources, a legal jurisdiction for Wales, powers over taxation and welfare, broadcasting, policing and our courts? We are the most able people in the world to deal with Wales because we are Wales. I often think we're not angry enough in Wales, on behalf of our people, on behalf of ourselves. To think that so many of Wales's people live in poverty despite us being so rich in natural resources. Mae pobl Cymru drwy hanes ac hyd heddi wedi exploitio a'i coloneiddio. Mae hawl gyda ni I fod yn gynddeiriog am hyn ac I fyny gwell. So despite this anger and a YouGov poll last year showing that 63% of people want the same powers as Scotland, how come the outgoing Westminster government failed to deliver a fair constitutional package yet again? Why do they think that we deserve less and shouldn't be treated equally to the other nations of these islands? I'll tell you why. They presume that we are in a deep slumber. They sincerely hope Wales doesn't shake off the malaise. In fact, they desperately want us to remain quietly colonised and dependent. And then, of course, there's use of language. The nation, by which, of course, they mean the UK. How many times do we hear that in the media? Colonising us every day. Our nation is Wales, neu Cymru. Dangosodd bobl yr Alban I ni beth sy'n digwydd pan mae pobl am weld grym a chyfrifoldeb yn dychwelyd i'w gwlad. Doedd hi'n ddim llai na chwyldro democrataidd. Scotland's strong national movement and clear political vision has created a period in our history as nations when people, power and a strong, inclusive, determined national movement shook these islands to their core and demanded that things be done differently. And as a result, things will never be the same. People change things. People like you and me. And their strength of vision is still reverberating. But we must remind the establishment that Cymru is reverberating too. We must be the agitators. We must encourage people to be confident enough to ask questions, to realise that things can be so very different to the reality that exists. And we can begin to raise expectations with our conversations today. Because when enough people are determined and imagine something so strongly, the establishment must listen. And everyone must be included in this conversation, not just our geeky political friends. But the girls and guys in the local sewing club, the old men in the cricket team, let's begin to discuss the concept of Welsh citizenship, where everyone who has chosen to make Wales their home understands that they deserve access to our history, our language, and our natural resources. Let's think big and shrug off the clothes of colonisation. Let's see clearly for the sake of our parents, our daughters, our nephews, and our neighbours, and ourselves. Show poverty and poverty of aspiration the door. Felly beth am ddechrau un sgwrs newydd am ymreolaeth heddi yn y bai, gydag un person newydd. Why not have a new conversation about home rule today, in the bay? The moment you leave now to have a coffee, or perhaps head back to your community. One conversation, explaining that Wales is in danger yet again of getting left behind, and that we can change that. Let's treble the crowd next time we meet through our conversations. Let's grow into a popular, vibrant, inclusive national movement that sets the agenda and has extremely high expectations for Cymru. We want to live for Cymru and the things that we want to and deserve to control. I wonder, what stories will we have created in 100 years' time?